Hello. Happy Valentine's Day weekend. This reading is an open reading. May the universe deliver to you whatever message it is that you need to hear right now. The oracle deck that I'm going to use to guide us into the three readings using three cards is this one. It is the Rooted Woman. So let's begin. Can I get three cards, please? Three cards, please, as guidance to the messages that you need to hear. Can I get three cards, please? Guidance from the universe. Card number one just came out, and it is interesting. Peregrina? That's the image in it. Beautiful card, and it's number one. All right, let's get number 2 and 3. Cards number 2 and 3, please. Two more cards, please. Wow. Labyrinth just came out. Number 4. So that's you. Pile number 2. Pile number 1. Pile number 2. Let's see what comes out for pile number 3. Number 4. The sulky soul skin. I'm getting chills, and I'll explain why. This is my second time filming this part of this video, and this is the second time for this card to come out. So the first time I filmed it, this was actually group number 1. Right now, this is group number 3. So clearly there's a message here intended for somebody. Clearly there's a message here intended for somebody. That is the soul skin or the sulky. So let me put them for you so that you can see the cards. And I always say, whatever card or cards, because you can be called to more than one card or reading. This is group 1, group 2, group 3. All right. Check the timestamps, and I will see you at your reading. Hello there, group number 1. If you chose this card, which I don't really know, Peregrina, I'll read it probably closer towards the end. I'm not feeling called to read it right now, but let's get started. And I'm going to pull from this tarot deck. I should probably let you know that there is going to be an extended form of this reading where I pull an extra oracle card at the end, and it's going to be uploaded in my Patreon as well as on my membership area in YouTube. let's get started with pulling your tarot cards. All right. What message? What message do we have? What guidance do you have for group 1 right now? What does group 1 need to hear right now? I get some cards for group 1, please. Cards for group 1, please. All right, this one just flew out. Let's see what you get. 2 of Swords. How interesting. I'm just looking here at the image here. Her eyes are closed. I don't know if you can see. Yeah? What can't you see right now? Group number 1. What are you struggling with, group number 1? Can I get guidance for group number 1? All right, 2 more cards came out. Page of Cups. Matter of the Heart, maybe? Knight of Pentacles. Can I get 1 more card, please? 2 of Swords, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Oh wow, so many cards came out. So many. Ace of Cups. Strength. Page of Swords. Ace of Swords. The Sun. The Fool. Let's see what story we have going on here for you. There's so many cards that came out. I just need to take a minute to look at them. Now, after looking at your cards, I put them in a way that made sense to me, and this is the way I'm going to read them for you. I'm going to start by showing you the major arcana cards that came out for you. You have the Fool, you have Strength, and then you have the Sun. You, my dear, are the Fool, because this card that attracted you to this reading or brought you here also is symbolic of the Fool. It has that same energy, and I'll read it to you at the end. But for now, the Fool is the first sort of card in the tarot. Well, it's not even the first, it's card number 0. And it marks the beginning of something, the beginning of a journey. Innocence, youth, young at heart, willing to experiment, willing to experience whatever life might bring towards you. And at the same time, you are very optimistic because you are young at heart. You are a person who tends to see the glass as half full. And because of that, life brings you joy, happiness. You look forward for the joys in life, and that is a good thing. The other card that is of a major arcana card is Strength. It is not being strong in a physical manner, nor does it imply strength in being cold-hearted and cruel and insensitive towards people, and it tends to be very ego-centered. Strength in being humble is what this means. Strength in being kind, in being loving, because as you can see, the woman in this card has tamed the lion without using any kind of force and without being cruel. So those are main characteristics that usually indicate life events that are big themes in your life. Innocence, positivity, strength. Those are the themes of your life. If they aren't, then those might be the themes that you want for your life. And you're being asked to do whatever work it is that you need to do to bring those qualities to life for you without becoming sour, without becoming bitter. Remain innocent, remain curious in life, remain joyous in life, remain strong, humble, and kind in this life. There's a lot of imagery surrounding children. Remember your youth years, how innocent you were, how happy you were, how carefree you were. Bring those qualities back into your current life in order to experience whatever it is you want to experience in this life. I can go on and on and on, so let me stop here for those cards and let's move on to the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups represents an open heart. You are willing to give when it comes to matters of the heart. The Ace of Cups is the universe presenting you something beautiful, something new, someone beautiful, someone new. And it probably has to do with matters of love, matters of the heart. If it doesn't apply to you, if you're happy in a relationship right now, then this could be an opportunity. This could be a project. It could be something that you love still that is going to be coming your way through a person who comes into your life with an offer. Now, moving on from that, we have the Two of Swords and the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. The Suit of Swords represents action that is required. You might find yourself right now at a crossroads with regards to something. Again, it could be matters of the heart. It could be something else. It could be a decision that you have to make, an action that you need to take, and you're not really sure where to go, who to trust, what to do, and you're confused. So you have the Two of Swords represents a dilemma, something that you're unsure about, a decision that you have to make, an action that you have to take, choices that you can't seem to decide between. And then all of a sudden we have the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So whatever this situation is, you're about to have a very lovely aha moment that will help you with making this decision, this action, this choice. All you need to do is surrender to the universe and wait for insight to come through. Know how to identify that insight. Know how to identify your gut instinct, intuition when it comes through, because that's the energy that is being presented here. A very fresh, sharp, knowing, decisive energy. The same with the Ace of Swords. Look at that. It's almost like the universe is going to drop it right into your mind. You just need some mental clarity. So whatever this is that's going on here, take a break, give it a rest, stop with the worry, and surrender it to the universe, because the universe is about to deliver with the answer. You just need some clarity of mind, and you will know what the guidance is. Perhaps meditate, perhaps sit in silence, perhaps just ask the universe for guidance. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles tends to be, the word that comes to mind with the Knight of Pentacles is steadfast. The Knight of Pentacles is steadfast. They know what they're doing. They're very slow and methodical in their action. The Knight of Pentacles carefully plans and executes their goals. That is the guidance that comes, whatever the situation is that you're unsure about. This is the energy that you are being directed towards. Stop with the thoughts. Stop with the worry. Have more self-confidence. Have more trust and surrender it to the universe, and allow the universe to guide you through this, because you will receive the mental clarity that will help you achieve the goal that you want. And once again, I'll bring you back to the first three major arcana cards that we talked about. Innocence, joy, strength. Those qualities, you're being guided, whatever the situation is. I really don't know what it is. It could be regarding a person or not, but slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. Don't get too stressed. Don't allow negativity, worry to make you do something, act, say something that's probably not for your best interest right now. Really do take the time to meditate on this situation so that you can receive the mental clarity that the universe wants to deliver to you on this situation. The action that you need to take is going to be given to you. You just need to have faith and trust in the universe. And let's read this card, which brought you here to this very long and complicated reading. Peregrina, I think is how you pronounce it. This card represents the Peregrina, the pilgrim, the heroine at the beginning of her journey. She's looking for something, though she doesn't yet know what it is. Like the Fool in the tarot, she represents innocence. She's open, curious, and ready to embrace life. And yet she's cloaked and clothed for heavy weather, for a journey which may turn out to be arduous in the end. As she walks through this wild terrain, far from the civilization of which she was once a part of, the Peregrina is shedding the ties which usually bind her. She's discovering a willingness to live in the present and have no presumptions about the nature of what might follow. Happily, she isn't undergoing this journey alone. Her companions travel with her because, in the old traditions of classical Europe, the idea existed that each of us comes into this world accompanied by a soul guide, a daemon. A daemon. In the Greek tradition, the soul guide is always trying to help us to remember who we are and why we chose to come here. It reminds us of our calling, the great gift that we came to offer the world in troubling times. This card reminds us that this is the ultimate goal of our journey. We must be willing to detach from who we've been and what we might become before we can discover who we really are meant to be and what our work in this world is. That's actually a great way to sum up what I was just about to tell you and maybe couldn't tell you. There's something nagging in the back of my mind, and I don't know why I just sort of bit my tongue and didn't say it. But I really want to say that you need to meditate. And if you don't meditate, then do whatever it is you need to do to quiet your mind. And perhaps I did say it, but it's coming a lot, it's coming through a lot, that you have to quiet your mind. You have to quiet your mind. You have to allow the universe to come through you. You have to find you in whatever it is that you're going through right now. And there's also this thing about you closing your eyes, that perhaps what you're seeing in front of you is not the truth. And I'm being sort of guided to ask you to close your eyes and trust and have faith in a reality that has not unfolded and has not revealed itself to you just yet. But you have to find that voice inside of you that is trying to communicate with you to help you. So stop the mind chatter. All right? And that's it. That's your reading, group number 1. It took forever, and I'm sorry, but I hope you enjoyed it. And there is going to be an oracle reading on top of this that you will find in my Patreon and the membership area. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. All right. So I'm using this is the tarot deck that I'm using for your reading. And there's going to be an extra sort of extended oracle reading at the end that you're going to find in my Patreon as well as my membership area on YouTube. All right, let's see what brings you here. What message do you need to hear right now? Group number 2. Can I get guidance for group number 2, please? What brings you here, group number 2? Guidance for group number 2, please. Okay, 2 cards just flipped out. Let's see what they are. Ace of Wands. Very fiery energy. 4 of Cups. Something. Let's get more clarity, please. More cards for you, group number 2. 8 of Cups. The Fool. Interesting card. All right. Any more cards for you? Group number 2. Group number 1's reading was super duper long. I'm gonna have to shorten it. Let's see. And the Fool actually came out in group number 1. So I don't know if that Two of Cups, your reading is about love. You have, this is a matter of the heart. I don't know. I believe so anyway. It's a matter of the heart. It's a matter of emotions. Let me look at it. All right, let's see. This is sort of the energy that I am sensing. This is you, the Fool, when it comes to matters of the heart. It's interesting that that card just fell out of my hand. How quickly do you fall in love? Do you actually fall? Like, do you hurt yourself a lot when you fall in love? Because you are in love, you're a lover, that's who you are. And I know that this is easy to say to a lot of people, but you are fire. When it comes to love, it's you burn yourself in love. You hurt yourself in love. And I wonder if you find yourself in a situation, or perhaps you have found yourself in situations in the past where you're just hurting way too much, and the only thing for you to do that you think is reasonable is to walk away from the love, from whatever it is that is in front of you, that you can no longer handle, because that is the energy. That's your energy. You're very fiery. You burn up, and it's funny. I'm getting an image of somebody pouring water all over you because of this fire that is inside of you that might be related. This passion that's inside of you, it might be misinterpreted by you. It might be related to something in your past, in your childhood, an experience, a trauma that happened to you that makes you bring your emotions up in too much of a heated manner, that you burn your loved one and you burn yourself, sadly, without even meaning to. And thus, in the end, you find yourself walking away sad, almost ashamed, in ruins. And I'm not trying to be too dark, but if this isn't resonating with you at all, then maybe go check out reading number 1. I am getting that sort of sense. If it does resonate with you, I wouldn't just walk away just yet. I feel like you need to sit a little bit in what's happening. And if you look at this card, this person is sad and they're just sort of lost, and they're sort of wallowing in misery, and they're completely missing out on something, on a cup that's being handed to them from sort of the corner behind them. I wonder if you've seen all you need to see in the current situation. I wonder if you've heard all that you need to hear in this current situation. I wonder if you need to pay attention and look around first. I'm not saying listen to other people's opinions, but before you do this, before you up and walk away and let everything go and end it, something is missing that you need to find. Something is missing that might help save this relationship, or save you from self-sabotaging something that is good in your life, because this is the energy that is mostly inside of you, burning you up. And I wonder if the cup that's being offered to you in the back here that you refuse to see, or that you can't see, will help put out some of this flame that you're feeling right now, group number 2. So You are sort of being advised to take a step back before making any decisions and reassessing the situation that you're in right now, especially so if it is a matter of the heart. If it's not a matter of the heart, this can still apply to whatever it is that is eating you up, that is burning you up right now. Situation at work, situation at home, something personal, something not personal, a dilemma. Before you walk away, before you call it quits, before you sort of throw in the towel, there's something that you need to see. And you might want to meditate on this. You might want to ask the universe to help you with this. Maybe some third eye opening, maybe some guidance that I find when you ask your higher self, when you ask the universe to show you something, to show you what you need to see, sometimes you see it if you're looking in the right place and if you worked on yourself enough. So yes, there's something definitely that you need to see. So ask for guidance in what that thing is, and it will be shown to you. Let's see your card now, which is the Labyrinth. Let me find it for you here. All right. So number 4, during the Middle Ages, the practice of walking the labyrinth at great Christian sites like Chartres in France became entangled with the pilgrimage tradition. You really need to check out group number 1. That term pilgrimage came up a lot in group number 1. Labyrinths created in the stone floors of cathedrals were often the final landmark on a pilgrim's path, and so became a symbol for the spiritual journey which they had undertaken, assisting with the process of integration. The Labyrinth card reminds us that life is not a linear journey, but its single path leads ultimately to the center, the path with heart. The good news is that labyrinths aren't mazes. They're designed to help you find your way to the center. They're designed precisely to center us, because walking the labyrinth lifts us out of the everyday world for a while and fosters contemplation. And there, at the center of the labyrinth, you'll discover new insights, uncover old wisdom, or gain new knowledge. You'll begin to understand why it was that you decided to walk this path. Then it will be time to make your way out of the labyrinth, taking into the world the gifts that you received in the center. That's the gift that's waiting for you when you center yourself and you ask your higher self or the universe or whatever it is that you believe in for guidance with the situation that you're in. This is your answer. You're just not seeing it yet. All right. That is it for you, group number 2. It was a lot shorter than group number 1, I'll have to say. But if you want, there's going to be an oracle reading, and go check out the members area or my Patreon for it. Hello, group number 3. The Salki is your card. So welcome to your reading. I can tell you what this card is about, and I think I will. And I don't even need to read it, but I can probably and will at the end. But this is about forgetting who you are. This card serves as a reminder for you to find your authentic self. You are not what other people tell you you are. You are not what your society, your culture, your family want you to be. you and only you can find out who you are by connecting with yourself. Most of us forget who we truly are because we follow other people who forgot as well who they are. And this card is a reminder for you to find your authentic self, your real skin, and to honor it, to accept it, and to live by it. So let's start by pulling some tarot cards for you. I'm using this tarot deck, and at the end there's going to be an extra oracle reading, extended reading. It's going to be uploaded in my Patreon as well as the members area on YouTube. All right, let's get started. Guidance for group number 3, please. What brings group number 3 here, and what do they need to hear? Guidance for you, group number 3. Yeah, so this card came out twice. I think I said it in the beginning of the reading. Yeah, I had to film the beginning of this video twice, and that card came out twice. So welcome. First one, Ace of Pentacles. Ooh la la. Let's see. That's exciting. Finding your true self is going to land you a lot of money. You better find your true self. What other guidance do you have, please? Group number 3. It's funny when we accept ourselves. I can almost tell you what your reading is without taking out any more cards, but I'll get some more cards, and a whole ton of cards just came out. 10 of Cups, the Moon. I love the Moon. The Magician. Interesting card. The Magician. You're getting a lot of major arcana cards. Can I get some more cards for you, number 3? It seems to me you're about to have major life-altering events happen for you. Another death and rebirth. Whoa. No wonder. I'm getting chills. No wonder this card came out twice today. Okay, so all major arcana cards except for one. And so death and rebirth, the Moon, major arcana cards, the Magician, major arcana card. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got 2. Sorry. Yeah, 2 non-major arcana cards, and the rest were major arcana. And the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So let's start with the major arcana cards. I don't know how to put this mildly, but this is not what a lot of people think it is. Nobody's going to die. You're not dying. This is symbolic of life-altering events. The life that you know, the life that you once knew, might be crumbling in front of you. It might be happening in various different ways, including losing people, friendships, not people dying, but that too, pets that you love, homes, a home that you grew up in, losing money, losing a job, losing something that you've associated yourself with, that you identified with all of your life, be it an object, be it a pet, be it a person. You might find that things are being taken away from you right now, almost giving you an identity crisis. You know, all this stuff that's being pulled away from me, what do? I'll give you an example, not to make this about me, but to help you a little bit. During COVID, I lost everything that I ever worked towards. I lost my job. I lost my friends. I lost the support that I had in society. I was shunned by the society that I live in. And though I could have gone into a crisis mode and, despair, I didn't. I actually took that opportunity to do a complete shift, a U-turn in my life, and I embraced what came to me, which was going into and studying things like tarot, Sufi, spirituality. So rather than attach yourself to what it is that you might be losing right now, accept. As hard as it is for us humans to accept, but accept and embrace the change, because when you do that, the universe will present to you with ease. If you're not fighting, if you're not resisting what's happening to you right now, the new is going to come in so much easier, and the transition is going to be so much better for you than resisting anything. If you are losing people to death, including pets, know and have comfort in the fact that energy never dies, that they are still around and that they will continue to communicate with you. You just need to remain open. All right? So major life changes heading your way. So get ready. The other thing here for you is with regards to the changes that are happening. They're going to allow you to peel the fake layers of this world, even though there might be grief, even though there might be sadness, even though there might be hardship. Approach this with an open mind, because it will help you find who you are. It will get you closer to your authentic self, to your authentic skin that a lot of us forgot that we even had. A lot of us forgot who we are, and we believed the roles that we play in society. So this card is guiding you to do what I term shadow work, healing work, identifying who you are by healing, alchemizing the shadow, the patterns, looking at your wounds, healing your wounds. Shadow work is done in darkness, and it is also done in solitude, and the light embraces the shadow, and that's how you alchemize your patterns, your wounds, your shadow. You must see the shadow, and the moon is that card that is asking you to embrace your shadow, embrace this time period of transition, of hardship, by doing the difficult work, even though it might be done in darkness, even though it might be done in solitude. It's worth it, because once again, it'll bring you closer to knowing, loving, falling in love, accepting, embracing, and uniting with your authentic and true self. It's very difficult to let go of the stories and the roles that we've believed, that we've put ourselves in, because we've built so much around those roles and those stories. And it's hard when the universe begins to pull all that stuff away. It's good if you can aid the universe by doing your own shadow work. That's you sort of meeting the universe halfway. That's this card. And it helps again with the transition. It helps you connect with yourself, because you're healing yourself. And then you have the Magician. The Magician is very focused here in this card on what it is that they are doing. But in traditional tarot, the Magician has sort of one hand towards the sky and then the other hand towards the earth. In the Sufi tarot, it reminds me of the dance that they do, the sama, which is the Sufi circle. They circle in a very, very interesting way that is very centered. And one hand, the right hand, is up, facing the sky or the universe, and the left hand is down. So you take from the universe and you give what you take to this earth, to this world, to this realm. It also can be seen as a card of alchemization. You're able to alchemize the light with the shadow. You're able to alchemize your wounds, and you gain wisdom out of this alchemy. So rather than begrudging the transitions and the changes that you might find yourself in, you accept them and you learn and you gain wisdom from the lessons. If you've lost something in this life, then let it go and take the good that came from that and move forward. If you're losing someone that you love, wish them well and understand that they are actually not truly gone. Take that wisdom with you. Take the wisdom of the loss with you and use it to grow. Use it for the greater good of all, including yourself. So this is a card of wisdom, a card of power, a card where you've been able to gain enough wisdom to know that you control your own reality. You can shape your reality regardless what was taken away from you. And once you do all that, yay is you, because you have the Ace of Pentacles and you have the Ten of Cups. Completion, love, joy, abundance in this realm is what you will have. You will have new, fresh opportunities to create the reality that you desire, because you would have come to know who you are after you've shed the old, including your old skin. You have come to embrace who you really are, and thus the you that is true will attract all the beautiful things that you love, all the things that you want and deserve and are worthy of in this life. So emotional, material, everything is going to be at your fingertips, all because you accepted who you really are. Whew. All right, let's read this card for you. The Selkie. The Selkie, the Selkie, the Selkie. Here we go. The Selkie. The Selkie story tells of a woman whose skin has been stolen by the man who wants her to stay with him and be his wife. Because of that theft, she's forced to remain in the human form, which Selkies are usually able to adopt just once a month, at the time of the full moon. As a result, the seal woman is quite literally taken out of her briny element and trapped on the land, where she cannot find a way to fully belong. She loses her place in the world and consequently loses her story, her sense of who she really is, her authentic self. The Selkie then represents yearning for a part of ourselves that we feel we've lost, or maybe a part that we feel we might once have had, but never really understood. So many of us lose our skins, and we lose them young. The consequences of the loss of this disconnectedness, this separation from our true nature, and what nourishes and empowers us often becomes apparent only after many, many years. This card encourages you to remember your lost skin, your unique sense of self, your unique creative power, to remember the pelt that once smelt so wonderfully of home and of yourself. In all your natural wildness, how can you begin to grow a new skin? A skin that represents the heart of who you are now and allow you to accept and fully embody the wilderness, the wild within. It says the wild woman, but I don't care. I feel like this applies to both genders. This deck in general, this oracle deck, is very focused on women, but if you understand energy, you would know that we all carry the masculine as well as the feminine energies inside of us. And that is your reading. Group number 3. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am now going to do your extended oracle reading, which you will find in my Patreon as well as the membership area. Have a lovely day.